Bob and Nina, prosecutors asked the jurors to bring justice to the Imani family. Today, jurors found Omeldo Alberto Pena Pinedo guilty on all charges he was facing.
Well, birds have landed in Harrisonburg. No, not like the ones you see in the sky. These birds, they're electronic scooters. With one quick kickstart, you're on your way. But just how safe are they? Police say that driver hit a 21-year-old college student who was riding a bird scooter like this one.
And I'm just getting word from the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office. Jurors have just recommended Pinedo spend life in prison, and we will keep you updated on when that sentencing will be. 96% of the votes are in, and here is what we have so far. An emotional 3 days for both sides of this trial today, and it's not over yet. I've been here at the Best Buy for about an hour, and let me just tell you, these shoppers are the real deal. Or should I say they're looking for the real deals. Take a look. Well, Kyle and Nina, more testimonies today from doctors, police, and investigators about what happened in those moments leading up to Dysart being stabbed in the chest with an 8-inch knife. Since 2010, deaths relating to heroin rose from 28 to 235 in West Virginia. They say that with each rainstorm, their property ends up looking like this. Now, some pedestrians come across scenes like this one, where the bird scooter is parked horizontally, taking up the entire sidewalk. Now, while leaving these grass clippings in the road is dangerous for motorcyclists, police want you to be aware that it could lead to a Class 1 misdemeanor. Now, Serial has agreed to plead guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder, and I spoke with a lawyer today about what this plea agreement means for Serial's sentence. Bob and Nina, prosecutors asked the jurors to bring justice to the Imani family. Today, jurors found Omeldo Alberto Pena Pinedo guilty on all charges he was facing. Pinedo is convicted of robbery, the use of a firearm in the commission of a felony, first-degree murder, and conspiracy to commit robbery. And today was a very emotional day in court. We heard from several members of the victim's family. They all described Kamau as, quote, their sunshine. I talked with the Imani family tonight about the verdict.
Given the evidence and the circumstances of the case, I am beyond satisfied. I'm thankful to the community, the jurors, to Marsha for representing Kamau and actually fighting for justice. And in cases of first-degree murder, the sentence is anywhere from 20 years to life in prison. And I'm just getting word from the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office. Jurors have just recommended Pinedo spend life in prison, and we will keep you updated on when that sentencing will be. Live in Harrisonburg, Autumn Childress, WHSV.
All right, thank you, Autumn, so much for following this trial all week.
Well, Kyle and Nina, I'm standing on South Main Street at the intersection of Martin Luther King Jr. Way. Now, it was right here at about 6:30 this morning when police say a driver failed to stop at a crosswalk. Police say that driver hit a 21-year-old college student who was riding a bird scooter like this one. Now, police say the driver of the car, who you see pictured here, Jacinto Perez, did not stop at the scene of the accident. But police say he did turn himself in about 2 hours later. He's since been charged with felony hit and run, and he's being held without bond at the Rockingham County Regional Jail. Now, witnesses at the scene say the female victim was thrown into the roadway. She was transported by helicopter to UVA Medical Center. Now, again, this crash happened at around 6:30 this morning. Police ask if you are in the area or if you have any information to call them. And you can find that information on our website, WHSV.com. Live in Harrisonburg, Autumn Childress, WHSV.
Autumn, thank you.
Go, get it, go, get it, go.
Everything takes a toll. It kind of hits the whole energy system.
It was a test of grit, determination, and teamwork.
As we each push through, we want to get everybody through together.
Law enforcement teams jumped, climbed, and even swam through obstacles today to measure how prepared they would be in emergency situations.
This is as close to reality as you can get in a training environment of a self-induced stress environment to basically test those skills.
The day was packed with obstacle courses like this one, mystery trainings, and rifle and pistol events, each designed to sharpen the skills that law enforcement teams need to protect.
Our physical fitness standards have to go up. Our ability to work and run the rifle or our firearms.
Smoot says that these skills have to always be sharp.
Why?
so we can help protect everybody out there.
In Harrisonburg, Autumn Childress, WHSV. Meet Joe Shoker. He's been riding motorcycles since 1971.
It's exhilaration, it's fun, it's a lot of freedom with that.
But one thing he doesn't enjoy, coming across scenes like this one, where grass clippings are scattered all over the road. He says it poses a hazard to motorcyclists. He even compared it to driving on ice.
I've had many experiences where I've had to brake or I've been going around a turn and I could feel myself losing traction.
So he showed me a few of the problem areas, even passing by someone putting their clipping straight onto the road.
You can't stop in time with this kind of pavement if it was full of grass.
Now, while leaving these grass clippings in the road is dangerous for motorcyclists, police want you to be aware that it could lead to a Class 1 misdemeanor.
It is a violation of the law.
It's in the Code of Virginia. No person shall throw or deposit any substance to create a hazard to the traveling public. And law enforcement across the valley have even taken to social media to remind the public that there are indeed consequences. But outside of the legal aspects, motorcyclists just want you to be mindful the next time you go out to cut your grass.
Think before you mow, and let's keep everybody safe on the highways.
In Harrisonburg, Autumn Childress, WHSV.
The statistics are startling. In 2016, West Virginia had the highest rate of opioid-related deaths in the United States. Since 2010, deaths relating to heroin rose from 28 to 235 in West Virginia. Those very numbers are the reason behind the event called March Against Heroin. It's being held right here at Moorfield Town Park this weekend.
We've had a lot of death recently, and the past few overdoses really impacted our community.
The march this weekend is in honor of Braden Shell and Lewis Richardson, two staples in the Moorfield community. Both died from overdoses on heroin.
He wasn't the one that you would expect to stay on drugs, and then it ended up, just taking his life that fast.
Richardson, who passed away this August, was once a WHSV Athlete of the Week, a football standout, touting an impressive 3.85 GPA. But Markwood says even with this impressive resume, Richardson would still fall prey to the power of addiction.
Addiction doesn't care what color you are, how old you are, how popular or not popular you are. Addiction will grab a hold of you and it will take you.
But in the face of sorrow, Markwood transformed her pain into activism. The March Against Heroin on Sunday is a chance for those struggling with addiction to get the help that they need.
I'm not ashamed. They fought a battle and the battle didn't win. They might not be here, but it didn't win.
In Moorfield, I'm Autumn Childress, WHSV.